Hey everybody, it's Amy. If you've been watching me at all, these are my walks, hopefully to keep my peace. And also, I use it to learn as I go. And hopefully to share some tips that might help you on your journey of possibly making a transition or caring for someone with FTD dementia. It's interesting because I was listening to somebody on one of the groups yesterday, and this is somebody fairly new to the lifestyle of caring for somebody with FTD dementia. And wow, if I think back to the year 2016 and where was I that many years ago, and how was I going to deal with everything that I was so scared about. And I kept thinking about that person and what was ahead of them, and what did I wish I had way back then. And I couldn't find what I needed in the traditional support group. I just knew it. It was a bunch of people just sitting around a table and sharing their woes and how scary it was and how horrible it was going to be. And somewhere in me, I knew that that wasn't going to serve me well. And good morning. And I was just thinking, even though I've gotten past a certain point just because of the nature of years passing and days passing, there's some tools and some tips that I've learned, that I've acquired. Some of it, gosh, I'm glad that I have my certification as a coach with Tony Robbins. He is the life strategist. And who would have ever known that when I was getting that certification, it was going to serve me? And somewhere in my head, I keep thinking, how can I help those that are going through the same thing that I'm going through? So yesterday, I'm going to share something really honest. I wish people hadn't criticized me so early on. And then I thought, well, you know what? They don't wear the same glasses. And I heard that once from somebody that I am a part of in a community that said, you know, you've got these glasses and my prescription is not your prescription. So I'd like to say, try to keep that in mind when you're considering your point of view, is that my prescription is not your prescription. But the thing that I was thinking about is this woman that was so fearful. And she was so scared that she was becoming so angry at the person that she was taking care of. And I remember getting so angry at the people that I expected to be there for me, and they couldn't be. And good morning, pretty dog. And I just thought about this. It took me a long time to kind of figure out that them yelling at me and saying, Amy, get help. And I just kept thinking like, well, if you think I need help, why don't you help me? And then I also have learned from them that they couldn't give me, excuse me, I'm trying to walk and not get hit by a car. They couldn't give it to me because it wasn't inside them. And we've got to let people be who they're going to be. But one thing that I guess keeps pondering, or I keep pondering about, is how do I help the person that was me back in 2016? How do I help them on that journey? And how do we lift each other up instead of tear each other down? So I continue to ponder. I continue to walk. If anybody has an interest of actually walking with me that's dealing with this, I wonder if anybody's in the Scottsdale area that's also walking through a similar transition. Just curious. Have a good day, everybody. Woof.